What's going on, guys? Good morning. It is Sunday morning. I'm driving home, so we're still talking about Epstein. We're not going to stop talking about Epstein. But for the people who are genuinely just out of the loop and just don't know what the big deal about Epstein is, if you know about Epstein and you're still defending Trump, then you're just lost. The boat left without you, and I hope this looks better than it looks on my phone. The boat left without you. You're lost. You're like those people who are still wearing masks in their car by themselves. You know, they've been so traumatized by COVID, they're never coming back. You have been so brainwashed by partisan politics that you're never coming back. You're never coming back. All right, bye-bye. But if you're just genuinely in the dark and you're like, what is the big deal? Why is everybody talking about Epstein? And I don't understand why this Epstein is bringing down Trump's entire presidency. And you're like, why don't you just leave it alone? Here's what the deal with Epstein is, and why we won't shut up about it. Okay, I mean, because even if you just focus on Epstein, the man was trafficking children as child sex slaves, and there are thousands of victims, probably at least hundreds of victims, possibly thousands, and you know, all of the other unspeakable things he was doing. He was trying to, at his Zorro Ranch in New Mexico, he was trying to create a super race of humans based on his genetics, you know, so the guy is not a creep, okay? He's a monster. He's a monster of the most unimaginably evil. He's a demon. You know what I mean? Like, this is not just, you know, this is not just a guy this is not just like, you know, Biden sniffing girls' hair. This guy was, like, you know, horribly harming people and young people. And if you look into his backstory, he didn't even go to college, and he gets a job as a math and science teacher at one of the most prestigious private schools in the country in New York, where the current tuition, this is back in 1974, the current tuition is $16,000 a year. That's how elite the school is. He gets a job as a math and science teacher, and he's never even been to college. All right, and the head of that school is a guy named Barr. I think it's Donald Barr. The father of, I can't remember his first name, but he was the Attorney General under Bush 41, George H.W. Bush, Daddy Bush. He was in the CIA. He was a big CIA operative, and he was the Attorney General under Trump's first regime when all of this happened. So the guy who was running the school at this time, Barr's father, the AG's father, wrote a book called Space Relations about an off-world planetary, an off-world colony that was an oligarchy that ran child sex rings, you know, slavery rings. What a coincidence! And then, not even 7 years later, Epstein is junior partner at Bear Stearns. You know, like, how does that happen? He has no college education. It's the same thing with Macron. Like, Macron was big up in with Goldman Sachs for no reason. And that was a big joke with him. Like, the people who worked at Goldman Sachs were really furious that this guy was elevated to such heights for no reason. Like, he had nothing going for him. It's pure Manchurian Candidate shit, guys. And COINTELPRO, Black Ops, PSYOPs shit. All right? And then, and it's not, and even that, and then none of this is even the crux of the issue. I mean, this is all big time, you know, like how did this guy become a billionaire? Like, he owned the largest residential property in Manhattan. Where did he get? And he's got his own island, and he's got his Zorro Ranch. He's got multiple properties everywhere. Like, where did this guy get his money from? He never even went to college. And he wasn't just lucky, you know what I mean? Like, he's a Fed. He's an op. And not just a Fed. I mean, like, he worked, like, when he got busted for the pedophilia or the child, trafficking or sexual assault that he got busted on the first time, he was going to try and go to Israel to escape it. And if you really look into it, many American Jewish pedophiles go to Israel to escape justice. If you look into it, just look into it. So, but still, we're not even hitting the crux of the matter. The crux of the matter were his clients, where, you got Pam Bondi saying, like, she's trying to imply that the child porn was just downloaded. Like, he downloaded tens of thousands of hours of child porn off the internet, and it had nothing to do with blackmail. And the people doing the abusing of these kids are just random people from the internet, not like Tom Hanks or Bill Clinton or Kevin Spacey or all the people that we know were with Epstein. And those are the people we want prosecuted. And that's not even really the core of the matter. The core of the matter is why this took place, because some people genuinely take pleasure in it. I believe probably Clinton really was sick enough to enjoy it. Kevin Spacey, I can definitely see him enjoying that. And a lot of the people that really didn't have to involve themselves with it, probably just like, wow, you guys got all these child sex slaves I could do whatever I want with? Fucking cool. Those are sick people. Guys, remember this. Lord Acton said, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Remember that, and think about the word absolutely corrupted. Like, you are corrupted to the core, to your soul. And that's what that means. And so, but you get the political operatives, like, why are all these politicians in lockstep about AIPAC and about Israel and about, like, everybody wants to bomb Iran, and everybody's kind of wondering if Trump's on the Epstein list because he's throwing cover for it. But you don't see the Democrats, not the establishment ones. You don't see them like, release the Epstein files, show us what's on there, because they want to go after Trump, because they're all on it. It's not a left or right thing. It's not liberals or conservatives. They're all sick in the head. You don't get to kiss the ring unless you're a scumbag. It's just the way it is. And that's the crux of the Epstein. The real crux of the Epstein case is that it was a honeypot operation to blackmail our politicians, so that they will do whatever Israel and whatever the bankers want them to do without question. Some of them dove head right in, like, yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. Like, I can imagine Pam Bondi being that evil, because Pam Bondi is not, like, you could see Bongino and Patel. Like, Patel looks like he's literally got a gun up his asshole. And when you see him in the pictures, he's like, oh my God. Like, what did I get myself into? And now he can't get out, because if he gets out, he exposes himself, and God knows what they have on him. They probably have him doing terrible things to children. It's the way it is. That's the whole point of the Epstein op, was to compromise anybody in any kind of position of power and influence, so that they can control them, and so that they won't step out of line, and so that they will always do what they are told, or else. And that's it. And that's like during the Camp David Accords with Arafat and Israel, Netanyahu literally went to Clinton and said, hey, by the way, we got our hands on these tapes of you and Monica having some pretty racy conversations, but don't worry, we deleted them. Just want to let you know we had them, but we deleted them. And that was a not so subtle threat, that we got you by the balls. And that's how the world works. And that's the whole crux of the Epstein case, guys. Your government is fully compromised by a foreign intelligence, a foreign agency, a foreign government, or a foreign ideology, really. It's not even like Zionists. And that's why the war in Ukraine doesn't end. That's why they bombed Iran. That's why he said he wasn't going to bomb Iran, but he did. But before he became president, he was, just trashing Obama, saying he's going to bomb Iran. He's going to bomb Iran because he's so unpopular, because he's a terrible negotiator. And one of the first things Trump does when he's in office is bombs Iran. And everybody cheers, because they all got a gun up their ass. And it's Israel's gun. It's Mossad. And that's the crux of the Epstein case. Do you not know this? If you don't know this, I'll forgive you. If you genuinely didn't know that, I'll forgive you. But if you knew that and you're just like, whatever, we got more important things to worry about right now, you are not on the train. It left without you, and you are going bye-bye. And you are in fucking la la land, son. Like, what could possibly be more important than the fact that our entire government is compromised by a foreign government, to a foreign government, and not an ally, guys. Everybody, they're the biggest ally in the Middle East. Like, if you look into the USS Liberty, if you look into the Kennedy assassination, if you look into 9/11, the dancing Israelis, these people are not and listen to what that Netanyahu has been saying about us, off the cuff, how he was going to milk us dry because we hate them, and that's what we do to countries we hate. They said that they say that the Messiah, the Jewish Messiah, won't come until Europe is destroyed. So that, and then, all of these refugee crises that they created by destroying, Libya and destroying Iraq and Afghanistan and India. They say that Pakistan. They literally said that that Islam is the sword of the Hebrews, of Judaism. Because they're going forth into these European countries as, violent, destitute refugees, and are just wreaking havoc. And, the Zionist-controlled governments of those countries are like, yeah, sure, go ahead, rape our women and kill our women, and we'll protect you. And anybody who says anything will be arrested and for hate crimes. You can't even make it. You can't even go on social media in Britain anymore. It's that bad. That's all part of this whole agenda. Like, how is the British government compromised like that? I mean, Prince Andrew was with Epstein. King Charles' best friend was a notorious pedophile. So you can guarantee that King Charles is connected to Epstein, or connected to that whole ring. Probably enthusiastically, probably is like, you don't even have to blackmail me, just let me rape some kids, because power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's all very psychological. Don't look at their demeanor on the television and the way they talk to you. They hate you. They absolutely despise you, especially Trump, after everything he's done to you, after all of the betrayals and the lies and the broken promises. And some of you are still groveling at his feet, and he's just kicking at you. He's like, get off me, you pigs. He hates you, and he mocks you every single day. He mocks and gaslights you every single day. And I don't even know if I'd say I could forgive you, because how can you not know? But I could forgive you for not knowing all this time. And if you're watching this now, you know. But some people know, and they're just like, why are you still talking about Epstein for? We need to talk about getting these illegals out of the country and closing the border down and all these other things. Like, we need to talk about the floods in Texas caused by cloud seeding and geoengineering, and and let Bondi do her job. Like, the FBI is going after illegal video game pirating sites, but they're not. But Epstein's closed. So anyway, just letting you know. I mean, that's what Epstein is. If you don't know, God help you if you don't know. God help you if you do know. Really, God help you if you do know, and you're just like, whatever. Because that is about as mindless and debauched as anything I can think of, guys. I mean, of course, besides being involved in it directly. But if you're just like a useful idiot for the whole thing, and you just don't care that they were raping children, and you don't care that they were using it as a honeypot operation to blackmail our government, I mean, I can't imagine you being any more useless as a human being. I mean, get your shit together. All right, love you guys. Bye.